Hey there, everybody. I just wanted to have a simple conversation. I deleted my last YouTube channel that had 10,000 subscribers, thinking that if I came back on YouTube, I would be able to build that subscriber list back, talking about the subjects that I'm interested in. So what I did is I created this channel exclusively for the flat earth content that I do. And I have a feeling what's going to happen is that it's not going to go anywhere. I hope that it does. I pray that it does, because this is an important conversation that needs to take place. If it wasn't an important conversation, then we wouldn't be being censored like we are. I think it should be a fair and open debate. We live in an open society. We live in the United States of America, especially those of us who do live in the United States. It is our right to be able to speak our point of view, even if our point of view is wrong. And I don't believe that the flat earth is wrong. Now, I'll be the first to say that I don't know for sure what the shape of the earth is. I don't know whether it's convex, whether it's concave, whether it's flat. What I do believe is that, like the Bible says, the earth is laid out on four corners. And as far as I know, it could work like Pleasantville. We don't understand all of the laws of physics. We don't understand why things are the way that they are, why we perceive things the way that we do. And I honestly don't think that there's anything wrong with asking questions, legitimate questions about the shape and the nature of the world that we're living on. And that's why I'm starting this channel, is to make videos about what I believe is clear evidence we are not living on a ball that is rotating at 1,000 miles an hour, moving through space at 70,000 miles an hour. I don't believe that. I think it's ludicrous. I think everything that the scientific establishment puts out is ludicrous based on this model. Gas pressure next to a vacuum and, gradient pressure of the atmosphere, all of these things with the mechanism of gravity as the earth is moving through space, the atmosphere is just keeping up with the earth, even the upper layers of the atmosphere that are very far away from the surface. These gas molecules are not connected to the surface of the earth. You can see thunderstorms. I live in the state of Oklahoma, and what I want you to notice is especially over water, you're never going to see a thunderstorm coming up over the horizon with just the anvil of the thunderstorm sticking up over the horizon as it comes up over the curvature of the earth. And I can see lines of thunderstorms from 400 miles away where I live. And over 400 miles, there should be well over, I think over 70,000 feet of curvature. I think it's actually even more than that. But yeah, 70,000 I think is 350 miles. So 400 miles and beyond, I have videos of this. I'm going to be sharing that. I bought a P1000 camera. I'm going to be sharing the videos that I take with that. And there is a plethora of evidence that the scientific establishment was wrong and has been pulling the wool over our eyes for a long time. Now, when I say that the scientific establishment is pulling the wool over our eyes, I'm not saying that everybody in the scientific establishment is lying. I believe 99% of the people who are in the scientific establishment believe they're living on a spinning ball. And the reason why they believe that is because when you look up at the sky, you see a sphere. Where I am in Oklahoma, I can look up at the sky and I can see clearly the North Star. I can see the celestial equator, and I can see part of the circumpolar rotation in the south. If I was continuing to move south, part of the northern rotation would disappear over the horizon, and the full southern rotation would come into view. But the Bible says in Job chapter 37 that the sky is a mirror. And when I take a concave mirror and I put the sky underneath or above, or however you want to look at it, that concave mirror, I can see exactly what we see on the ground on the earth in a concave mirror. I use a makeup mirror to show this. And that video should have got thousands of views because I replicated perfectly what we see in the sky. I can even tilt the moon in both directions on each side of the equator when it's a crescent moon on the equator. I can make the moon flat. I can tilt my camera to one side of the mirror, and the moon, lo and behold, does exactly what it does on the earth. And the Bible tells us this. This is a war against God. And that's why I believe that gravity as a concept even exists, is because we have an enemy in this world who wants to get us to doubt the nature of who we are. And that's really what this is about, is who you and I are and what we're capable of. We were fearfully and wonderfully made. Why would God fearfully make us? Because we have real power. The mind is a powerful thing. And when enough people start to grab a hold of a concept without disinformation and misinformation washing out all of the true information, it's very clear what's going on here. And I've been involved in this discussion for long enough to know the politics, to know that it's getting worse and worse. Under the new administration here in the U.S., I'm sure, censorship is going to get worse. It's not going to get better. But I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing. I'm not afraid of speaking the truth or speaking my opinion of the truth. Like I said, I believe that is our right. And there are so many things that I want to talk about and that I'm going to continue to talk about. So I want to welcome you to this channel. I want to invite you to like the channel, to subscribe. This channel is based on what I believe is real hardcore evidence that the earth is not what we have been told. And the people in the scientific establishment, I'm not saying that people are out there lying to us. In the model that I see in the book of Enoch, with the way that the sky works, I don't think that even an astronaut would be able to determine. Now, there are disclosure agreements that astronauts are subject to. It is national security. And if you look at the history of all the space programs on Earth, less than 600 people have ever been to space, allegedly. And I'm not saying that there are not satellites up there, that the ISS is not up there. Clearly it is. I don't argue against space because I look back in books like the Book of Jasher, where they fired arrows into the heaven to try to destroy the firmament. That's why they built that tower. So there's nothing new about the concept of low Earth orbit and being able to go into the ether currents, or whatever you want to call them. They're winds that drive the stars. I believe those same forces drive the satellites and the space station and everything else. And I'm not saying that they're necessarily winds like the wind blows here on the earth, but they are definitely streams of currents that move whatever is above the earth. And I think it has more to do with the connection of the atmosphere than it does to gravity. So if anything else, it's a unique thought experiment. It's a fun conversation. I enjoy having it. I want to have it with you. It's very difficult for me to live stream where I live because I have really poor, really slow internet access. We live out in the country, and I filled out a form to get the Starlink, and I still haven't gotten an email on that. So hopefully that or something else will be coming soon. So anyway, I wanted to let you guys know this is a new channel that is going to be talking about the flat earth. I would love to get to know you guys. I'd love to, for you to subscribe, for us to have a discussion. What I don't want is a bunch of ridicule or, let's have a real discussion about the shape of the world that we're living on. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.